Today we're going to see how we can admit employees into Fedena and what all settings need to be done prior to admitting employees. For that, we need to first go to administration, and here we'll see HR, human resource. We can click on this. So HR is a place where you can manage your employees, manage their leaves, create their pay slips, and so on. So before admitting an employee, we must do some settings like we did while before admitting a student. So now we'll go to setting here, and all these settings must be done. Let's start one by one. So first we need to add employee category. Employee category would mean to which category does the employee belong, in the sense that is he a teacher or is he a warden? Does he belong to the security department or the housekeeping department, and so on. So you can create categories as per your requirements. So I'll just show you how I created this teaching category. You need to give the name a prefix just to represent that name, and the status would mean whether it'll come, it'll be active. It means that it'll be shown in Fedena. So here I've done it as active. So I've created few active categories here. Then the next step would be to create employee positions. Positions would mean that in the category that I just created, for example, teaching, which was nicknamed teach. In the category, what is the position of the employee, whether he's a junior teacher or a mid-level teacher or a senior teacher. Similarly, in the warden's category, is he a senior warden or a junior warden, and so on. So I'll just show you how I created this lecturer category. So you need to give the name of the position, lecturer position, and you need to select the category to which this position belongs, and then whether the status is active or inactive. And then we have adding the department of the employee. So department can be, it can be based on the subjects that you have in your institution. So for example, I've given some subjects, and again, for creating department, you need to give the name of the department, the code, and the status. And this department can actually be more generic. For example, instead of having it subject based the way I have it, we can have it like academics, so more generic one, sports, and so on. So these three things are very important before admitting an employee, because when you admit the employee in the admission form of the employee, these three things are mandatory to be selected. Then we have add employee grade. So grade denotes the authority level of the employee in the institution. So I'll just show you how I created the grade. Let's say grade 1. I have given it a name grade 1. With priority 1, lower number means more priority, and maximum period per day for this grade 1 would be 1. It means the employee who is belonging to grade 1 can take maximum period per day as 1 and maximum periods in a week as 4. And priority of this grade 1 employee would be the highest, so denoting 1. So I'll just show you another grade 2, it will be more clearer. So grade 2 employee has a lower priority. He can take maximum 2 periods per day and 6 periods in a week. This will actually help us when we create timetable using Fedena. So we'll see these number of slots will be booked for these employees. We'll see that when we create the timetable. So employee grades can be set in this way. Then payroll categories. Payroll categories would mean what all particulars do you want to appear in the pay slip of the employees. For example, basic salary is one of the particulars, DA, HRA, and deductions are PF and professional tax. So I'll just show you how I created basic salary. Basic salary is generally an independent component of the pay slip of the employee. So you can just give a name, category name is basic salary. It will not be dependent on anything, so percentage and percentage off should be left blank. And status is active. Is it a deduction? No, so I'm not selecting that. So I'll just show you another, a dependent particular in the pay slip, which is DA. So for creating DA, just give the name as DA. Percentages, I'm saying that it is 8% of basic salary. And it's not a deduction. And then we have, I'll show you a deduction as well, PF. So PF is 12% of basic salary and it is the deduction. So in this way, in add payroll category, we are just adding earnings and deductions that we want to appear in the pay slip of the employees. And then we have add bank detail. So while admitting the employee, if you want to ask these details to the employees, so you can ask them the account number, bank name, branch, and IFSC code. So these are the bank details that I've created. I'll show you. You just need to give the name here and the status. So while admitting the employee, we'll see that these will be asked in the form itself. And like while admitting student, we added student additional details in the same way we have for the employee as well. So besides what all fields are already coming in the form of the employee admission, if we want some other fields to appear, we can create those fields here in the same way we did for student in our previous video. So these settings must be done before we admit any employee. So now what we'll do is we'll go to admitting an employee actually. So we'll go to employee management and here we'll go to employee admission. Now if you're admitting an employee for the first time, this will be coming as E1. You can change it as per your requirement, but by default it comes as E1. But I've already admitted few employees in my instance, so it is showing me E22 here. And it also shows me the last number of employee ID was E21. And this is because I've set enable auto increment in general settings. Then I can give the name of the employee. And I can select the other details as well. Now you can see department, category and position are mandatory. That is why we must be doing those settings before we actually admit an employee. So I can put her in, let's say, a biology department. Category, she's a teacher, let's say. Position, she's a junior teacher. And we can even select the grade of the employee. So grade will help us decide how many classes, how many periods can she take, because that is what we have set in the grade. So let's make her grade 3 employee. We can fill the job title, qualification, experience, etc. And we can save it. We can put a home address, office address of the employee and so on. And then you can see the bank details. So this is what I added, in the settings. So we can fill these details as per. They can be made mandatory fields as well. And then we have additional details. So you can see additional details are coming in the form while admitting the employee. So you can put them as per the requirement. And then this is the most important part where you are setting privileges for the employee. Privileges means what all can the employee do. For example, administrator can do all the things in Fedena. He is having full control over Fedena. But this employee, we can give her, defined privileges. For example, let's say this employee, we can give her, let's say, all the student management privileges or even a part of them. We can say that she can only view the students. She can only mark the attendance of the students. She can do the general settings in Fedena. She can add courses and batches. So based on what all the employee can do, we can tick the functionalities here. And the employee will be only able to do these things when he or she logs in into their profile. So I'm saving this for her. And yeah, we need to select the manager of this employee. Manager is required in case this employee wants to apply for leave. So manager is the one who is going to approve it. I already have another employee. Manager can be another employee. So I already have an employee. So I'm searching it by name and selecting that. It is not mandatory to select the manager, but in case this employee wants to apply for leave, he will only be able to apply only when he has a manager. And then you will see that these are the categories or the particulars that I added while doing the settings. Now see here one important thing. I'm setting the basic salary and all the dependent components are automatically getting populated. This is because I have set it like 8% and 12% and deduction and so on. Professional tax, I had not made it dependent, so I have to fill it. So I have also set the payroll for this employee, and employee is saved. Now let's see how we can log in this employee profile. So E22 is the ID. Using E22 as the username and password E22123, we can log in. And in case change of password is set, we'll have to change the password for the first time. And employee privileges, let's see what all she can do. You'll see that she has less number of privileges as compared to the administrator. Because we have in administration, we have only given her to do general settings and managing course batch. So you can see that it is only showing the things that she can do. It is not showing the same links as it was showing for the administrator because we have given her less privileges. So this is the meaning of privileges which we can give to the employees. In case we have given her some extra privileges, or we have not given her some privileges, or at a certain point we want to give her more privileges, we can log in as an admin, and we can see how the privileges of the employees can be changed. That can also be done. So let it just log out. It's taking some time, and we'll see how we can change the privileges of users in Fedena. To this user, actually, we have only given general settings privilege and managing course batch and viewing of student. That is why all those links are shown there. So let me log in as admin, and let's change her privileges. To change the privilege of any employee, admin can do that, and he needs to go to administration, user. In user, you can search the user for which you want to change the privilege. For example, I know the name or the username, and I can click on it. When I click on it, I can view the profile of the user. Admin can even change the password of the user, and he can edit the privileges. So the same form will appear that I just got while admitting this employee. I can change it. Let's say I do not want the student management privilege to be given to her. I only want general settings and manage course batch. So I'm ticking this and I'm saving it. So the privileges are changed. So this is how we can admit employee into Fedena. Now we are also going to see the other part of it, which is employee subject association. Let's see what this means. So I've already created some batch, let's say G1A 2014, and I already have a subject, let's say social science. And I want to assign KC, which I just admitted, to social science. It means that for this batch G1A 2014, KC can take social studies whenever that subject will be there in the timetable. We have not set the timetable as of now, but we are just doing pre-settings to set the timetable. So I am assigning it. So now KC will be able to take social studies subject of G1A 2014. In the same way, we can do for other subjects as well. So we can create those many employees, and we can select their departments, and we can keep on assigning them. And this is going to help us while creating timetable. And then we are going to see the employee leave management part, creating the pay slip, searching employee we can see right now. Let's see, we just need to write the name or the employee ID, and we can see the profile of KC. We can also, go back here and do the advanced search. It is similar to what we did for the student. So we can select something, and we can search it fully. We'll get those details. This is about advanced search. So this is about searching the employee. The leave management, creating payslip and employee payslip is what we're going to see in the upcoming videos. So stay tuned. Bye-bye.